All right, folks, can you hear me? Is everything working now? It should be working. I know it's going to be a minute before anyone comments anything, so. We're still having some small issues, but I don't think I can fix them right now. It'll probably be a tomorrow thing to fix. Can you hear me? Hello? I see there's 8 of you watching. Someone say something. I know we are having issues with the buffering right now. I cannot fix that immediately. That will probably have to be either tomorrow or later tonight I can fix it. Because I don't know if it is the Wi-Fi we are streaming from or YouTube itself that's having the issue. Because the Wi-Fi we were streaming from is the exact same as last year, and last year was working fine. I don't know what the difference is this year. I might try and change it to where it's on a different Wi-Fi, but we shall see. All right, right now what should be showing on your screen is our view of all of our non-stream tables. Table 1, we have Jaden Binning playing Cindy Sleva. Table 2, you can see Dan Schneider's up shooting. He's playing Robert Bishop. Table 3 is Brent Duncan, and I cannot remember who he's playing because I don't have digital pool open. Table 4 is Randy Orstrom and Gabor Kiss, I think is his last name. There's quite a few more. Let me get digital pool open. All right, cool. Like I said, the stream's probably still gonna be a little freezy. I'm trying to make it to where it'll stop doing that. But there's only so much I can do on my end before I have to do stuff that I can't do just sitting at the computer to fix it. There we go. Randy Orstrom's playing Gabor Kiss. Table 3 is Brent Duncan and Troy Hughes. I already know who's on table 4. Table 5 is Vu, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and Sean Schelling. Table 6 is Dave Daniels and Brady Golan, and I think you can just see the edge of it. And then kind of hiding in the corner is table 7, which is Leo Ott and Matt Van Clavron. And then table 8, which is completely hidden, is AJ Sumner and Jesse Bergman. Cool. Stream is this. I can see the chat. The stream is just very, very delayed because I'm trying to preserve the quality of the stream and trying to prevent buffering. And the only way to do that is to make it as as delayed as I physically can. All right, so let's get us back to this main table here. Dan Louie. Oh, looks like the picture froze. I don't know why it's doing that. Everything's just trying to give me a headache today. Do have Dan Louie playing Ken Brown, and I don't know their Fargos off the top of my head, unfortunately. I'm not that cool. Table 9. And I'm sure they're starting soon. I think Dan's just getting a couple balls in because he just showed up. Dan Louie. Oh, that's a yes. Well, I'm going to probably get Chad back over here. I honestly, I am. Other stuff running. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do. I have done the extent of what I can do right now. And honestly, it was running just fine yesterday because we did like a private stream yesterday and it wasn't having any issues. I think today it was just like, oh, let's see how annoying we can be and how much we can mess everything up. So, if it's buffering too bad for you guys at home, my best suggestion would be to rewind it to where I know you guys want to watch it live, but just rewind it a couple seconds so that way it's already like kind of loaded. I don't really know. I'm kind of at the end of my knowledge here on what to do other than just going and unplugging the router. However, we can't really access it because it's over a pool table and there is a match being played on that pool table. So.
Got a great match coming up here. got a 674 and a 651. These guys were playing next to me last night for hours. And I think Dan had the better of him during that time. But again, that was yesterday. When you start getting into the mid to high 600s, it starts to kind of even out. Starts becoming about the break. And Dan was pretty beast mode last night, I'll tell you what. So if he continues on that little tear, it's going to be a fun set to see here. Get over there. Get going. Oof, man. I mean, he's just there to where the shot isn't very difficult. And it's more about cue ball now. So he just got there. I like to kind of stun it with the top. I mean, just like that. Just be sure you're not going to scratch on one of the sides. Just a force follow shot there. Just over and back out towards the middle of the table, back and forth. Yeah, he wanted to be a little more in the middle of the table, I think. He might have been playing to the left the whole time. And then that way you don't flirt with the scratch over here on the near side. So he might have just underhit it where I might have thought he overdo it a little bit. He's in a tough spot here. Tony, slow down. Man, a little bit. Get going. Oh, man. That'll work, too. Shoot. Wow. Well, he did hit that very, very nice. So, he did get rewarded with a nice shot. Just keep this shot on the bed here. Shot. Yeah, he's feeling good right out of the gate. I mean, he was feeling good last night, too. I can tell. So, shooting some shots that were like the old Dan. So, it's really good to see. Really good to see this. I like seeing breaking runs out of the gate, and so do the fans. So, it's all about staying focused. And again, I do like kind of hitting this with some speed. And I don't like slow rolling it. I mean, I don't mean hard, but I don't like slow rolling it. Good speed. See, at that speed or any, harder or whatever the case is, you do eliminate the scratches like I was mentioning last match. And that's kind of what these top-end players, your 600-plus players are probably going to elect to put some speed onto those shots to eliminate any type of skids, any type of table rolls. There's a few reasons why. It helps you with your stroke. You stay down on it more. There's a lot of reasons, but the main one is to not have you let off or decelerate. That's the main one. And then the second one is you do eliminate the skids by going that speed. So you eliminate a couple things just by that speed. And it's definitely thought after. And that's why the top end players do it. So good out, Dan. Anytime you can put a break right on somebody, doesn't matter what's going on that first one, it puts just a little bit of pressure. I know you're going to 9, and a bad kiss there. It's going to go in the drink. I was just going to say, if you can put another one on him right before that break, that when the person that's in the seat comes to the table for the first time, it's just a different feeling. You know, you're not in practice mode anymore, so it's all go mode. You feel like you're way down and it's 2-3 nothing, you know, and it's like, hey, we're okay. It's 9-3. Just take one shot at a time, and that's what Ken's gonna do right here. He's gonna take one shot at a time. He's no slouch. He's gonna put some pressure right back on Dan. Yeah, I like that, getting close to your work. Just nice draw here, and just eliminate putting the 6 in the play at any time. He definitely eliminated the 6. Almost a little too much there. Sheesh. But again, that's what Dan did, putting him in his chair. It's just a little different when you come out of it after a break and run. So no matter who you are. So back and forth here if he can avoid the 8. Yeah, it's a bummer. Just when you get just a little bit funny and it's early, sometimes that's what happens. That's the outcome. But looks like he's a little funny. I mean, he's down on the ball like he can see it, no problem. That angle, it looks like it's a little thin, but he slow rolled this. Some inside. Yeah, it looked thin to me, but he might have had to swerve a little bit on that one. Didn't look like he could see it all the way in the camera view that I had. But again, this is exactly what Ken needed now. He had got little jitters out a little bit. And sometimes when you get a second chance at the second game, it's exactly what the doctor ordered for you to get in your rhythm here. So that's perfect. It's perfectly what he needed. Now from where he is here without a little stretch, he's golden. Yeah, that little stretch is going to make him grab his extension. But he's totally fine between the 7-9 here. You know, try to get closer to the 9 than the 7. So you have an angle to stun over for the 7 off the 6. And that's really all you got to worry about. After that, it's over. And he did a good job of getting on that side. A good shot. Closer to the 9. Give him a little angle. I like the way he hit that. When you stretch out like that, speed can be a little funny, and it didn't phase him early, so that's good. You know, some people prefer to get pretty straight on the 8 and draw out of it, and some people try to use the side rail and come one rail. So just depends on where he gets. Looks like he's going to be a little more flat, straight. So just going to draw out of this. Just worry about the side here. Just float over past the side a little bit. Third diamond up. Just right there. Third diamond up. Perfect shot. Sit. Shot Ken. It's a good statement from him too to say, hey Dan, I'm here to play, and nice break and run, but thanks for the second opportunity, and I took advantage. So nice work. right, here we go. We're off to the races. I think we're in for a good one here, folks. Both of these guys can play. Not to say that people here can't play. I'm just saying these two are players. I mean, if you don't know Dan Louie, then you're probably in a cave. Good break. Stay up two. Hit that three. Oh, a little rub there would have been nice, huh? So it looks like a safety's in play here. 8 ball looks like it's pretty decent size. Maybe just come side to side. You could even use the 3 if you wanted to. Just depends on what you want to do. Some people like to go side to side. Some people like to get separation. We'll see. With that speed, he's trying to get separation. Oh, he double kissed it. That's a bummer double kiss. I wonder if the 7 got him. Yeah, it looks a little funny, but yeah, he definitely had a bad fortunate double kiss there. To me, it looks like he only can go up top. And if that's the case, you're having to put something on this to get out of that scratch. So he's in a funny spot here. Yeah, this is tough. Just middle ball here. Let the cue ball just do its own work. But this is a tough shot. Yeah. See how he had to do something to get out of the... Oh, he fluked it, but that 7 says... Good try. A little bit of real luck for him to make the 2 and then unlucky for him to be behind the 7. So that's pool right there. But if it would have hung up, that would have been an unfortunate thing for Ken, and it went in, and now it's unfortunate for Dan. Well, good hit, but unfortunately he left it right in the jaws there, so it's not going to be a tough 3-ball shot. It makes it a little more difficult when you're having to use the cheater stick. Plus he's pretty straight too, so he's going to have to force something here. He's going to have to force follow, or I hate drawing with the bridge, but he might have to do that. Oh, he hit it good. Good shot. He had plenty of room, and he made it look easy. You don't have to try to do too much here. Just make it the little stun punch. I like a punch shot here. Oh yeah, he pinched it. Yeah, he hit it great. That was a great shot. The stun shot can flirt with the scratch a little bit, so what he did was way more intelligent. Just to guarantee no scratch. He's got a perfect angle. Hit the second, third diamond to natural spin. He did kind of land a little funny. It's like, do you want to just take your poison and stay behind the 8, or you trying to? Yeah, I think he's going up and down. He might just stay behind the 8. I was wondering about that angle. I mean, for me, or for most, I should say, not to talk about myself, but just to pick my poison there, it's already floating down there. He's good enough to make that shot up the corner, but I do it a lot too. I try to get up and down. We always like to not go past the side, but when it's 4 to 6 inches off the rail, it's not a problem. And I know I talked to Blake Baker about it a lot, and it's like just take your poison down there. You can make that, and when you realize, yeah, you can, especially him, makes everything. Then it just minimizes your mistakes. You're trying to get above that. You're trying to hit it hard. You might miss your ball. It's like cinch it, stay down below there, and move the 8 up top. But now he played a really good shot to stay in line here and keep control. And Dan's going to have to do something here now. So I really like that play by Ken. Kind of kept control in the seat. It's very important. Yeah, and you're just not going to get that bank that you normally would get right there, because it's just going to be a lot newer felt. And what's going to happen there is it's just not going to grab. It's not going to bite. And you're not going to get that on the newer felt.
It's Max Eberly here, just coming in to say a few words with you.
Appreciate it, Max. Thanks for joining me, buddy. Yeah, we got a pretty good dogfight over here. Some pretty evenly matched opponents here. So Dan started out with the break and run, and made another ball on the break, and got funny on the 2. Couldn't get out, and then Ken proceeded to get out, and oof.
What's his last name? Ken?
It's Ken Brown.
What's up, Max? How are you?
And I believe
Having fun?
he's from over there. He was playing with Dan last night, so I know they're friends as far as that goes. So, but that was a unforced error.
Dan has a world map on his shirt. He kind of stood up quick on that one.
Yeah, he did
didn't
stand up a little quick on that one. He might have took it for granted a little bit. I wasn't expecting any one of those misses to happen right there.
Well,
Ken's 9 ball and then Dan's 9 ball. I wasn't expecting those misses.
You know, Dan's a former world 9-ball champion from back in the 70s. It was before the WPA even existed, but it was still considered the world 9-ball championship.
It wasn't he ranked like 18th or something like that at one point, or
maybe higher than that back in the 70s? Yeah,
okay,
probably.
He was the real deal.
Yeah.
Saw him on ESPN when ESPN didn't have HD.
Yeah, he played Earl the Pearl Strickland.
Earl the Pearl.
You remember that match too, huh?
I do. You know, last night, oh man, these guys are not like. Is he gonna fluke it? No, these guys aren't liking this 9-ball. It's
well, I think
last night
I sharked him coming over here and sitting down right here. I feel bad.
These guys were playing next to me last night for a while there, Max, and Dan had the better half of them for a good hour, maybe even 2 hours. So coming into this match, one person's probably like, hey, I better go to work, and the other person might have let down a little bit, and then Dan doing what he did last night and then breaking and running out of the gate, you know, that's a tough one to battle mentally, right? You know? So Ken's been doing a good job here, and
love this TV table set up here, and all the new diamonds here at Black Diamond Billiards.
It's amazing. They've been here for about maybe give or take 2 months, so not very long. I've maybe played on them 5 times or so, and you know, sometimes I get myself in a little bit of a rhythm or a groove, or maybe not even, and I don't like the game. You know, I don't have fun. I'm playing at the top players all the time. I'm always putting pressure on myself. I'm hardly ever playing anything that's, you know, shooting either by myself even. It just doesn't happen. I'm always in like an intense environment, and last night I was able to get on the table for about 2 hours by myself, and to be honest with you, I actually had fun, and it was good for me to have some fun, because like I said, it's a grind a lot of the times. As you know, you're traveling around the world here and grinding and you know, doing whatever it takes to go to the next place, and you know, that's a mental grind, and And sometimes it takes the fun out of it, right? And so it was good for me. I mean, I'm not grinding like you are, Max, but I know for me it was good to kind of just play by myself a little bit and have some fun. I mean, these tables are playing pretty fun. If you miss a ball, it's not going in, and you hit it good, it purely goes in. So I'm having fun, and I think sometimes I know as a coach I take a lot of the fun out of it because I'm so intense and I'm really hard on myself.
Right.
And so for me personally, it's been really good to just, you know what, just you're going to make what you're going to make. You're going to miss some shots. You're not going to play perfect. You're going to make some mistakes. But how are you going to handle those mistakes? Try to minimize them, right? And that's kind of what I've been trying to do is I can run out, but I don't need to be banking everything and trying to be all crazy all the time. It's like, go play an easy safe real quick. You know what I mean? So it's been good for me on a personal level because of these tables that you mentioned to settle down a little bit and really have a little more fun. So it was it's been good for the last few days. I know I played I played you one night. I played Blake 3 or 4 times here, and it really makes you think about your shots, right? Like you really got to be focused, and that's what I really like. I really like putting that pressure on myself. And maybe if I get less hard on myself, I can have more fun. So that's my goal anyway, is to just be a little less tough on myself, because there's no one harder in the room than the person usually on yourself, right? You're usually harder on yourself than anybody in the room is. So if I can try to minimize that, I know Brady Golan, he helps me, talks to me about it. He's like, dude, why are you so hard? I mean, he praises my game and get in there. Nice. And I appreciate him doing that. And he's like, why are you so hard on yourself, man? He's like, just relax. And I'm like, yeah, it's easier said than done. And this was like 10 years ago, by the way. And now, it took me a while, but 10 years later, I'm looking at him going, yeah, you're right, man. I need to relax a little bit. Good out by Dan there, huh?
What kind of cue is he using? Yeah, nice out.
I actually don't.
Is it a Danielson or is it
it might be
a Ratio? Because it looks like it could be a Danielson.
I would lean towards more of a Danielson than a Ratio, but looks like it's got a few dings in it. Like he's been playing with it for a minute, it looks like. Those are always the best cues, right, when you're used to it?
Oh, yeah. It's like a piece of your arm. Mizurek said, he said, don't even pick up another cue and hit a few balls with it. Only hit balls with your cue. That's what he said. He was adamant about that.
I like that. There was a few people in town, this town anyway, that were into cues, and they were more maybe a cue connoisseur, if you will. But then they started, playing with a bunch of cues too. It's like I have 50 cues, and then they're playing with all these cues. And it's like, that's not going to help your game. Your game is going to be extremely inconsistent because the cues are going to be inconsistent that you're using all the time. So, yeah, I'm a big believer in it too, and I know most of the top end players are the same way. I know Sky, he went got a new sponsor, new cues, and all these things, and it's like after about 6 months, it's like I'm really starting to play better, and then after 8 months, 9 months, I'm starting to really love my equipment.
Right.
And then now, look what he's doing. He's playing amazing now. About a year or two, and year and a half or so with this equipment, and can't ask for a better. I guess coming up into the Moscone Cup, a better run for those guys, right? It's looking really good.
Yeah, for Skyler to come back and run a bunch of racks at the European Open
to beat
kid. Federer.
Yeah, even that one, and he did it more than once. You know what I mean? And he's down and out, and talk about heart, man.
Yeah, he's a great captain.
Yeah, he really is.
A team and a great player and a great guy.
My kid's 6, has no idea what pool is all about, and he loves Sky. You know what I mean? So that's
cool.
all I care about.
So are you keeping track of the score here?
Yeah, it's either 2-2 or 3-2 Ken. So after this game, I'm gonna make sure.
There's some nice artwork on the wall with all those taps and the lights.
Yeah, it's
like,
pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's neat. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that that wasn't actually pouring beer out of it.
Yeah, actually, to be honest with you, I never even noticed that before this was here, because this is normally a booth and a more of a restaurant setting in here.
That's right, I remember that. Yeah.
So we took the booths out. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, he was trying to hit it
keep it on
right,
this
yeah,
side, huh? So
exactly.
he wanted to hit fuller on the ball, and that was just unfortunate. But yeah, you can see probably half of it on the camera, looks like. But yeah, you can see the blue lighting on it, and there's probably 2, 4. So
There's even a pool ball, like it looks like the 8-ball, the fourth one from the left.
yeah, that is a pull ball. It looks like a stick too, huh?
Right? Oh yeah, that's right. That's cool.
That is cool. Yeah, these guys are moving, little body movement during the strokes, and you can see Dan kind of trying to wiggle it out there.
I've been on some fun trips where Dan was along too, like in China, in Shanghai, him and Stan and Simon Pickering and Kevin Beskel, all over there for the World Chinese 8-ball.
Don't they roll the carpet off for you folks?
Yeah, pretty much. They give you like $500 back for your plane ticket, free food, free hotel.
Yeah, that's a good event there.
Yeah, those pockets will make you commit. You know, may force you to have confidence. They'll rattle you for a couple days, but then you realize you just got to come down good on the line and give it a good stroke. You know.
Yeah. And if you're in the middle of the pocket, you're making it every time, right? So
yeah,
it just forces you to be dead center, and it's a lot tougher. It's hard when you're not dead center.
I heard they're playing 9-ball on those things. I don't know about too many tournaments or not, maybe. But there's more and more 9-ball on a Chinese 8-ball table.
Oop. Yeah, I didn't think that would even go up on this new table. With that speed, he was trying to force follow it up, put the 3 in the side, and he didn't get there either.
Paul Patier was also going along on those trips. Good old Paul. I still see him on Facebook. Haven't seen him in a while.
He hasn't been really coming around, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to too much.
Sure, but he was just a monster player.
Yeah.
You didn't want to run into him in any tournament. At least I didn't.
No.
He was just
great player, smart guy.
Smart. Had a lot of shots where you're like, whoa. And he like had him in his bag. Shots you don't even see, stuff too like that, like really good.
Right.
You just gonna try to play it safe here? Try to get behind the 4-7 and pin it thin, or what are you thinking here?
I was thinking the 9-ball carom.
It went.
Hit that with right English and
I
carom
like
the
the
9-ball
carom there, huh?
Kind of like that. I'd have looked at it to see if it would go, but I thought
kind
it
of
might
like
have
that
gone.
too, because I think you two-way it and the 3 goes up by the 4-7 up there too, if it
Right.
misses the side. So I kind of like your shot.
Are we playing a race to 9 here or a race to 7?
9 on the A side still. Uh-oh, he didn't want that little bump. I think you can see it, I'm not sure, but if you can, it's real thin, like not enough to make it.
Well, I saw
You might not even be able to see it on this camera view over here to your right, Max.
Might have to borrow your jump cue.
I'll be borrowing it from John Jones.
Yeah, that's right. John Jones.
That guy's awesome.
Future world beater.
For the pool hall. He's awesome. Every time I see him come in, if I'm in here and I see him, I'm just like immediately making sure I say hi.
Yeah, good guy.
And I wish I had about a quarter or a half of how much he loves the game, you know? Jeez, just loves it. All right, see what Dan can do here. Yeah, I'm seeing some body movement. Not to say that wasn't easy, but I'm seeing his last few misses. There's a lot of movement on his body, but
It's good to see Dan still playing, though.
Yeah, it's amazing. Is he? Did he get inducted into the Hall of Fame? Was it last year or 2 years ago? Or
I don't think so. But
okay, I couldn't remember.
Well, he's got my vote if I
Yeah.
was voting.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was talked about or if it happened, but wouldn't be anyone's surprise if it did.
Not at all.
Think this 9-ball is going to have eyes for a sack or no?
Um,
I try to avoid it if you can, but
or just make them both, huh?
yeah.
I deny.
He might be able to just force fall and run at 2 rails and not even touch it.
He's going around it. Look at that.
Nice.
That's incredible.
That was a great shot.
He's apologizing
Yeah,
because maybe he was trying to make it.
He might have been trying to run at it, yeah.
But that was
Either way, it looked really good.
looked like a genius, didn't he?
Yeah, it did.
There was a guy who used to do that stuff on purpose on the regular from Virginia. His name was Giles Dar.
Sounds like a scary name.
He was a scary player, just scary good. They put him up against Moscone for money and 9-ball, but he didn't know that he was playing Moscone, and he ran right over him. And they told him afterwards that he was playing Moscone. I don't know what would have happened if they told him he was playing Moscone before the match, but
Yeah.
it's kind of a cool psychology experiment
It
to
is.
see what happens when a player doesn't know.
Well, you're more playing the table at that time, right? You're kind of playing the situations instead of playing like, oh my gosh, I lost this match, before we even started. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
you got a chance. It's 0-0, and if you try to minimize your mistakes, maybe play some safes here and there, maybe you get a chance. So,
Well, pool is 80% mental, and the rest is in your head.
yes, yeah,
It
it really is.
wasn't that Yogi Berra said something like baseball is 90% mental, and the rest is in your head.
I mean,
something
I
like
could
that.
go with really any sport if you
Right.
think about it. I mean, I know there's a lot of physical things and physical sports with, football and hockey and some of those brute sports like that, rugbies and lacrosses and stuff like that. But so you can't play for a long period of time on physically, but
Right.
mentally, it's all the sports are like that. You got to have that mentality. Ooh, careful. Ooh. You got to have that mentality. You got to be. You have to accept failure. And if you can't accept failure, it's tough for you to move on, to push, to get better mentally, and getting that pressure all the time. Like I was saying earlier, it takes some of the fun out of it for me, but then when you win and you're like, oh, it was all worth it. All the hard work, all those times playing by yourself, all the practice, all the training, everything, it all paid off. And I never met anybody that's won a world championship or won a big tournament and say the hard work wasn't worth it. It's
Right.
always worth it, right?
Right.
It's always worth it. So
Yeah.
Dan gets a chance to get back into a groove here, right? I mean,
Tell you what, that was kind of
it
a
was
funny stroke,
it
but
was
the
a funny
result
one.
was beautiful.
yeah.
Look-
I've seen some funny strokes a little bit. Like he's moving a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He's making. See, there I liked how he stayed down a little more. But he's walking around the table like he's confident.
Mm-hmm. th Annual Spokane Open 2024. Spokane 9-ball Open.
Yep. I didn't think it was that many. I didn't think it was that long, but I did know it was long. I knew it was more than 10 just from playing in them.
Spokane is beautiful. I went down to the park today again, and I saw trout swimming around.
You did?
Yep.
Yeah, if you like fishing or any type of outdoorsy things, well, let me start here. It's not beautiful here. It's ugly. You don't want to come here. And too much.
You don't want to live here.
Yeah, you don't want to live
drive
here.
through
There's not a lot of trout swimming around.
There's no bass.
Try to leave it on this camera more because of the banner in the background.
Just depends on the shot.
Yeah, it was just on that long table shot for a while. That's why I changed it.
A little straight. Yeah, it's okay. He might come 2 rails, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we tried to do. We kind of tried to force that angle a little bit there, and sometimes that can hurt you.
Little tricky shot here. You got to either pull out the bridge or shoot left-handed. If you're
Yeah, I like bridge, but you know, you just thin the right side of it and try to use the 9 and maybe the 8 or something, maybe the 6.
That sounds
That's
like
exactly what he
shot.
did. Thin it, use the 8 if you can. He didn't get there, but that's the idea, and that's why Max was saying it's difficult no matter what you're doing because you're using the bridge, you're shooting one-handed, you're not really comfortable with it. You don't practice that. Even lefty, you're not practicing that, so your speed's always going to be a little tricky. But this is no cupcake here. This is tough, and it's not on the rail; it's just off, so it makes it tougher. Oh, he hit it perfect.
Oh my God. Incredible
It
shot.
would have been really unlucky for him to scratch right there. So
Did he hit that ball first or rail first?
I don't know. I think he hit the ball first. That
Yeah, I
was
think
pretty
so.
pure.
Yeah, it was. And the cue ball went to the right. Had it
Yeah.
gone rail first, it would have come up straighter up the table.
Exactly. And it being just off the rail, I think he had to pure it because if he, I don't know, that was pretty awesome. 8 ball. That helped him.
Still in there. He can just
That helped him.
roll in and come across 2 rails. Shoot
Yeah, I
the
like
8
that.
up in the where he is right
I
now.
like that.
Maybe.
You can miss the 9 ball barely, huh?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
And the force follow does that. There's, oh gosh.
He's a little twitchy.
Yeah, I've seen the. I mean, I think that's might be his game though, right? You know.
Well,
he
now, not when he was younger.
Sure.
He was staying
Got
down
it.
better on the
Got
shot.
Sometimes when you're twitchy like that, if you're twitching after the shot, it doesn't affect it too much. But if you start doing that, the consistency level starts going down. So that's why you want to stay as still as possible to be as consistent as possible. Because this game's tough. It's tough to be consistent. It's tough to put the rock on a string like that, you know. And even that shot that he just did, he falls a little weird on the side pocket. He's coming 3 rails or something to get shape. So this game is just tough. It always is tough. And then you have the whole mental side on it on top of it. So I will find out what the score is after this shot just to make sure we're up to date over here. But I believe we're 1 or 2 games behind. All right. Hey, Ken, you know what the score is? Thank you. So yeah, I was a game behind. It's 4-2, Ken, and he's breaking obviously. So
Yeah, I went putting yesterday for practice. I think it's called Timberline, or what's the name of that course around here? It's a little bit east of here.
there's not Trailhead.
That's
Trailhead.
right. That's where I went.
Yeah,
And it
Liberty
was
Lake.
sunset. They were getting ready to close in like 45 minutes. Nobody on the practice green, and then within like 20 minutes, like there's 20 people trying to practice. I'm like, what's going on here? It was a night tournament that was about to start, and all of a sudden everybody's trying to putt towards the hole that I'm putting in. I'm like, what's going on here?
Interesting. Were they using those glow-in-the-dark balls?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I've seen that. as far as people promoting it, and then you see a guy just bomb a ball and it's 250, 350 up there, up the gut, and you're like, you saw the ball the whole way. It's glowing nice out there.
Nice.
So it looked kind of fun. Like looked like it would be hard to lose the ball. Maybe you're saving some balls out there.
Right. Yeah.
It's not glowing during the day, and I'm going through 12 of them.
That's funny.
Yeah, a little behind the 6 action here, if you can help it. That's what he did. Nice shot. I hit that really good.
Now here you can thin this 2-ball, come back around. Right
Yeah,
to
you're
where
right.
the
He
cue ball
can't
is
thin
now,
it.
maybe.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He can't thin it. I just saw the other view, and that's all he can see. So without ducking the 2-ball up over in the corner, you got a lot of balls to play with down here to put it right where he is if you can. Oh, he hit the 6 first, and it would have been pretty close to where he was right there. Yeah. So
I wonder how that combo lays, the 5-7 combo. A little off angle. Would probably try to break it up right now that you got ball in hand.
yeah, I don't know how that combo is on that angle either. But I do like running into it now. The only problem running into it now is you float a little lower onto the 4, and the 4 can be a little tougher. Oh, shoot. It
Well, he's got the
actually
three,
hit that pretty
actually,
good.
though.
Oh, the 3. There we go. Perfect. Never mind. That was a good shot. Tried to come between the... No, he's drawn out of it. He was trying to come between the 7-9. I didn't know if I liked draw or not because I knew draw was going to come into it. I thought it was pretty natural top to come between the 7-9. But it's real easy over in the booth to judge that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it was a little thin.
Yeah, a little thin. Okay. Speaking of a little thin, this is pretty thin. Oh, he went off the rail first. Got it.
Look at this.
I think he's going to be okay.
Place the 4-ball behind the 7.
Yes, he did. He only left an edge. I don't think he needs the bridge here. He's looking for his chalk.
Uh-oh. Now with these round
There
chalks.
is a chalk sitting next to his coffee mug.
You know what? There's an old saying. It says, "Money is round, it rolls away." Now you can say that about chalk. Chalk is round, it rolls away.
Yes, it is. Well, I didn't see anything rolling away.
Delay of game.
Yeah, I think, did he call his extension?
Wonder what he needs. Maybe I can give him my town. Would that be
That'd be,
faux pas?
yeah. Ken wouldn't like that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it's like an old school map. It almost looks like this.
Blue diamond. Hidden in plain
Yeah,
view
exactly.
on the chair.
Yeah, that's that pocket one that when you sit down in the chair, sometimes it could just stay behind. Yeah, a little thin here. There's some traffic though, so you got to be careful getting away from it. Oh, he could see it to make it? Oh my goodness, I did not think you could see it enough of it. He's gonna have to jump this. does have a jump cue over there, but it's almost like a left-handed jump, isn't it? Kind of where you're standing. You're like stretched out like that. See?
I like the masse.
Yeah, he might even go off the rail, huh? Not even masse. Just go off the rail with some spin, just like that. Oh, little one pocket shot.
Yeah, I love the rail first. The masse into the rail, kick shot, even just to hit a ball, to visualize that masse, and then exactly where you got to hit the rail.
Higher. You got to be a lot higher, yeah, on the rail because you're spinning into it. Yeah.
Well, you got to visualize the new angle that your masse is creating. Also,
masse
into the
and
rail.
west, got it. I see. Yeah.
But also the angle off the rail.
That's sporty, huh?
Yeah, that shot's got me in a lot of trouble. Like a masse into a kick shot. It's very helpful.
You lost me at masse.
I'll see.
You think you try to shoot the combo here to keep it kind of, or 3 rails in the corner to keep it thick?
Yeah, I mean, you shoot at it, I guess.
3 rail, 2 rails. The 7
this.
ball.
I think he heard you.
I think he did. I mean, the important thing on that, and I always try to tell the people that I'm giving lessons to, just stay thick on something like that. You know, you go thin, it rolls off. You know, you might miss it. It might roll off the table. You know, so yeah, just stay thick. That was hit well.
We might have potentially 11 more games in this match, including this one, including this game.
That's
if it goes hill.
Yeah, that'll be exciting if it happens, but we'll be in for a long match if it does. Ooh, how'd he hit it?
Incredible.
Yeah, he can see it if you wanted to elect to thin this. It's a really hard shot. Thin it and come back up kind of where he's at. That's what he chose to do. Yeah, it was a little thick.
Mm-hmm. I think this one, because of that 8-ball, well, no matter whether you go backwards or forward, you're going to hit that 8-ball, even just a hair.
Yep.
So if you can go forward.
I like running forward and minimizing it.
Just don't get snookered.
It's just it's just a little bit of a harder shot. Looks like he's kind of stunning it. Oh, he's going top.
Yeah. And use the 8 to.
Jeez, that was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate there. He hit that ball really good. Pretty much what you wanted to do there, actually. Did you get too thick on the 8?
Well,
you just like forced it, came down like it just really forced.
I think the 9-ball somehow got in there and tangled things up.
This is tough. Oh, yeah. That's an unfortunate roll, but it was tough. He was in a tough spot.
Yeah.
I haven't hit on this table since I refelted it. I wonder if it's playing different or playing. I'm sure it's going to play similar. They're all diamond tables, but it being a couple days old, it felt, and over a couple months old, it felt.
Oh, right.
That's a big difference.
Plays like new cloth, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I think he refelted it on Wednesday.
And this is Brian's table, isn't it?
Yeah,
from
this
his
is from
garage.
his house, yeah. Settle down, slow down.
Can you pronounce Brian's last name for us?
No, it's BK. Thanks for asking. Yeah, that was a little strong there on the speed, but he might have been enough to where he's not blind. He's just going to cut it to his right.
And his wife would call AK, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What about daughter Michaela? Do they call her MK? Or just
No,
Michaela?
yeah. A lot of
They're
tough
super
names.
nice family.
A lot of tough names.
They let me stay with them after the tournament for almost a week last year. They're just great people.
Yeah, they're open up the doors to anybody. That's for sure.
I guess I'm proof of that, huh?
Yeah, if you're staying there, sheesh. No, they've helped out a lot of people around here too. As far as if you're up on hard times or whatever, they'll let you sleep in the basement or
If you're an illegal migrant, just camp out in the
if
backyard.
you don't have an ID and you got a green card, you're welcome.
Joke.
All right. Well, he's moving on every shot, so I mean it's just one of those things. I mean he's pretty straight on the 9 there, and he's a lot of movement, so maybe that's just his move right now. There was some movement last night too, so it's not that he's practicing that way too. How much movement or if your word on twitch, it's just happening when he's moving.
Well, he's tenacious, that's for sure. He's gonna be in there fighting no matter what. When you watch Dan, he's always bearing down.
Heart.
Yep.
He's always in it.
Like
he's slow rolling these breaks though. He's trying to put the one in the side. Yeah. Well, he hit that one a lot harder than he has all day. I think he needed to put that pop in there. I like that pop out of him right there because before it was
right.
He wasn't even getting the cue ball off the slate. He wasn't getting it in the air, and it wasn't creating any of that pop. It was drawing out of it, and he was scratching too. He's scratching the side. So I like that pop more.
I might take a little walk over to Winco in a few minutes. You want anything, Chad? If you can think of something.
What are you doing? Maybe I'll match you. You doing blueberries?
I'm going to get a pint of tequila. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.